Hello everybody and welcome to Moereich. If you don't know what this is, I'll leave a link to it in the description. It's an anime portrait mod for the Hearts of Iron 4 mod Kaiserreich, which we'll be playing today. But not just as any nation, we will be playing as the American Union State. Obviously, so first we have to start as the United States of the United States of America. As you can see, the world has completely changed. I think I've done a bit of a Union of Britain playthrough before. Like I did one episode on it, and the hotfix for the Union of Britain came out like I don't know, like a month after that. So I didn't continue it. But I don't know. I might restart it. But for now, I'm going to focus on the Second American Civil War in Kaiserreich. I don't know if anybody actually cares which portrait mod I use, if I just use the base one or the anime one. Leave your comments in the comment description box and tell me if you want to see anime portraits or base Kaiserreich portraits, because I'm fine with either. But I just thought I'd mix it up a little bit and do this. So yeah, we're bordering the Dominion of Canada, which is obviously the British exiles. If you've ever played Kaiserreich before, I believe it's ruled by George V at the moment. But that won't be for long. And then there's Mexico. Mexico's weird. I've never played as them, and I don't know how to talk about them, because it's either usually in my games like totalisms, which is I believe it's more like Stalinism and Schmittler's form of fascism, but mixed together, and I believe it has more stuff to it than that. I can't really explain it all, or syndicalist down there, which is syndicalism. I can't really explain it right now. There's a guy, Alternate History Hub. He did an amazing video on Kaiserreich and its lore. To that video in the description. Hopefully the game will start here in a second. But as the American Union State, I believe we get the South. We get the Southern United States. Alright, we're in. And the game is slow. Okay, so Kaiserreich Beta is 0.12.2. I'm sure I will have fun. Just group up all our divisions and put them in one army. For now, because it won't matter until the Civil War starts. Alright, so we got Herbert Hoover. Former U.S. Secretary of Commerce and now the current President of the United States. Herbert Hoover has solidified his position as one of the most hated men in American history. Despite only making the Great Depression worse during his first term, Hoover was re-elected through the House of Representatives in 1932, causing widespread outrage. It's a sad reality for the President in any of his attempts to restoring the economy. And all of his attempts for restoring the economy fail. His tries to calm down the situation only make it worse, and his own party is turning away from him. Alright. We won't have him for long. I believe there's a election in November. So we're going to go for a national focus. And which one? So we have War Department expansion. Victory in the Civil War. Yeah, we haven't had that yet. I'm not sure which president we're going to pick it. But we're going on the reintroduced Garner-Wagner bill. For now, I'm just going to put you all to go to the Panama Canal. I know it's not going to last for long. I believe when the Civil War starts, Panama seizes it, or the Dominion of Canada seizes it. So I'm just for now gonna go for electronic mechanical engineering, basic machine tools, and maybe fuel storage. All right, let's go for our military factories. Let's just put 2 into Springfield and unpause. Wow. This is slow. The United States in 1936. Okay, let's read this. In 1936, the United States of America is gripped by unrelenting crisis, although able to avoid the horrors of the Weltkrieg, which allowed its prosperity to continue well into the 1920s. German victory in the Weltkrieg, followed by the French and British revolutions, led to the Wall Street crash of 1925. It sent the United States spiraling into the Great Depression, and allowed the Berlin stock market to take its place at the forefront of the world economy. The election of Herbert Hoover in 1928, while initially promising, failed entirely to reverse the decline of the American economy. And by 1936, the country had spent over a decade in the midst of the worst financial crisis it had ever seen, fueled by the rise of radical parties in America, from the far-left Socialist Party of America to the far-right American First Party. Hoover's contentious re-election by means of the House of Representatives in 1932 and the ongoing Great Depression means that these problems are unlikely to be resolved anytime soon. Many throughout the country fear upheaval, and that would result in one of the most extreme parties to come to power, or should the depression continue unabated. God save America. But as you can see, yes, the German Empire is standing tall over Europe as the moment. Garner-Wagner bill reintroduced. With assurances made by President Hoover that, unlike in 1932, he will not veto the bill, Democratic Senator Robert Wagner and Speaker of the House John Nance Garner have reintroduced their unemployment relief legislation package. Many in Congress feel that the package does not go nearly far enough, while others wonder how America, in the midst of massive economic crisis, will possibly ever pay for it. The presence of the senators from the AFP and SPA also complicate things immensely, even with Hoover's pledge. It's unknown if the Garner-Wagner has a real chance of passing. We shall see. So, Herbert Hoover... Sure. There's just a lot of guys down there. What's the Dominion of Canada doing? Oh yeah, George V is not dead yet. Oh, Kerensky's dead, though. Who's gonna take his place? Nobody's, I don't think they've removed the dead body from the office yet, so... Alright, voting rights on the Legislation Council. Oh, and the Social Democrats got elected here. So no second bleeding heart socialist. Alright, so yeah, that doesn't usually happen in my games. Usually they go with the Russian state. At 50 likes, I'll try to do a Papal State World Conquest. That's not a joke. If we get 50 likes on this video. Now, French Republic. Ah, yes, French Republic. This is one of my favorite nations. Oh, wait. Long and Reed demand change. As expected, the early challenges to the Garner-Wagner bill have come from the AFP and SPA. Huey Long and his AFP senators, if you couldn't tell, AFP is the American First Party, have demanded a vast increase in the Social Security provisions the bill provides. Most other senators say America could never afford. Jack Reed and the SPA, meanwhile, said the bill doesn't go enough to protect the average worker. particularly from exploitation by struggling corporations. Both parties have attracted a lot of media attention, adding to the general sense of disorder and tension in Congress. Interesting. I'm hoping to do a at least 10-part series with every what do you call it, every country, no, every side of the Second American Civil War. But for now, I believe we are going to start with the American Union state under Huey Long, who for some reason is an anime girl in this. Totalist Charter, which is just Mussolini, what's his name, Oswald Mosley, and I don't remember who the guy is in Commune of France. I never really play as them, or pay attention to them. But one of the most fun things for me in the early game is just watching who wins the elections in the Union of Britain, Commune of France, and Socialist Republic of Italy. Like usually, I'm rooting for Mosley to win the Union of Britain because he's just a very interesting figure in history. Senators break ranks. After a few weeks of negotiations, a number of establishment senators have broken ranks over the coming votes of the Gardner-Wagner bill. Most notably, Robert Wagner, one of the bill's proposers, says he will not vote for the bill unless protections for federal unemployment insurance are re-added. Many other Democrats and Republican senators are concerned about the influence of the AFP and SBA and claim they will not vote for the bill if any concessions are made to either group. Though others say it's not courting. That's it. Though others say that not courting either the AFP or SPA will make passage difficult, if not impossible. President Hoover will need to intervene to save the bill. Let's compromise with the American First Party, because we're obviously going to be playing as them. Here's Flanders Wallonia. I love the portrait they used for, I don't remember, I can't find his name now, Adalbert. Yeah, like, I love the leader portrait they used for him. Oh, Ottoman Empire, they're, what are they doing? They're doing matters of the state. They got Tripolitania. Sultanate of Egypt isn't, well, half the country isn't in Egypt. Compromise with the AFP. Recent compromise, many established senators and American First Party with numerous extra provisions. AFP demanded. Even so, Huey Long has declared this as a victory, riding high in recent polls. Both Jack Reed, SPA, and a large number of Republican senators have declared this a betrayal of the American public. However, they have vowed to sink the Gardner-Wagner bill when the vote comes. We have done what we can. So let's see what's the All right, we're more popular than the Socialist Party of America. Electoral gridlock in France. Ooh. Yeah, they're going with just syndicalists this time. Coalition ticket. The coalition would, they're just looking to form a Democratic coalition for the election. So that would debase the democratic system. Black Monday hits America. If you've played this, you know what Black Monday is. Basically the German stock market crashes, so now everybody's screwed. What is Alsace-Lorraine, Luxembourg, Wallonia, Luxembourg? There's a lot of stuff that they have that I never realized. They look weird, in my opinion, but hey, there's still a lot of good lore that goes into the map over here. So Copenhagen, Denmark. Yeah, there's Social Democrats. Ooh, the League of Eight Provinces is already getting destroyed. Well, it's not getting destroyed, but it's falling apart. And there's Pui. Pui never does anything in my games. Poland declares the Republic in crimes to receipts sweeps the nation. As America spirals ever deeper into chaos, there's been waves of crime throughout the country. Many of these criminals are getting sensationalist news stories about their activities, especially gangsters like John DeLinger and the scandalous Bonnie and Clyde. Thankfully, the Bureau of Investigation has been working hard to catch these criminals and bring some order back to America. Of course, the AFP and SPA have begun attributing these crimes to moral decline in robber baronies, respectively. Stop right there, criminal scum! I love this guy on left reference. Poland declares the Republic. Wow. Usually they go syndicalist in my games. They do a lot of stuff in my games. So yeah, the Qing never really do anything in my games. They usually, I don't know, there's never really a second Sino-Japanese war. Chang, they're probably one of my favorite countries to play, other than, yeah, Mongolia too, because they need to do a Mongolia rework. I know they're doing what do you call it, India rework right now, but hopefully they'll add more stuff to this war right here, because it gets boring after a long while, just, even when you're playing as either the Dominion of India or the Dominion of Canada, it just gets boring. Garner-Wagner bill. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get it, but we can do the war plan white. Yeah, I don't, because they're threatening to sink the bill, and that usually isn't. Yeah, it fails. Garner-Wagner bill. Yeah, we should have bypassed the bill. Fails. I'm not going to demand repayments of war debts, because that'll sink every plan I have in this, because I kind of want to get the Dominion of Canada on my side. Because I really hope they go autocracy in this, so they can help me. No, wait. Yeah, I think paternal autocrats, because I can. Because those are basically paternal autocrats, authoritarian democracy, and national populists. They're all belong American First Party. Never realized British Columbia was connected to this. I don't know why. Paramilitary militias forming. I think anybody who knows anything about American history knows why that's bad. Is our research done? No, it's not. Ooh, what's happening now? Father Charles Coughlin's CBS radio broadcast. 3 years ago today, Father Charles Coughlin began a weekly radio broadcast in America, and now has an audience over 50 million people. He's a raving anti-Semite who claims the syndicalist revolution in France was fomented by the Jew, and that the Berlin stock market crash is an international conspiracy of Jewish bankers, and somehow people still tune in. His hate speech will not be tolerated by the church, and the Pope is expected to make a decision on whether to ask the United States government to shut down his broadcast so that his hateful message cannot reach the public. So what will happen? Authoritarian democracy and radical socialism. Radical socialism. Alright, let's do, Coughlin is a danger to the public. Shut him down. Yeah, okay. So, we still have the upper hand in the elections now. The restoration of democracy in Australasia. Yeah, if you don't know the lore about this, it's probably one of the, coolest countries in the game. Like, just for the fact of how plausible that it would be if it were to form. Death of Pius Puis. I don't know his name. I can't pronounce that. Oh, Georgia. Is Stalin here? Is Stalin here yet? Is Stalin here? Please tell me Stalin's here. Nah, Stalin isn't there yet. We need to go communist so we can get to Papa Stalin. I'm not going to research any land doctrines, but I know what land doctrine we're going to go. More AFP members announcing congressional bids. St. Patrick's Day flood, we have to help these people. It's just a flood, I guess, and it gives us minus 20 manpower. Interesting. There's nothing really bad about using political power right now, because it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything until the Civil War starts, because that would give our opponents an upper hand as well, because I believe we all get the same research. So war plan wide, I believe that you deploy the National Guard or something. This sounds familiar. Alright, so I'm just looking at populations of this. Okay, Air Wings, Deep South, Texas. I would not say Oklahoma is part of Texas, thank you. I would not say that. I believe we'll get all the way up to North Carolina. We might get Tennessee, Arkansas. Hopefully, I think we get most of the stuff that the old Confederates had. No, wait, Susan. Susan, no! Susan! Haha, I made the big funny joke about Susan Wojcicki. What is Cuba doing? Oh, they're suspending the Constitution. Oh, P.S. Pius the whatever elected as the new Pope. Panama's authoritarian democracy. Increasing radicalization. This is really bad. So how much do we have? 20 and 50. Yeah, the American First Party is still leading compared to the Socialist Party of America. So hopefully Huey Long will get elected, or anime version of Huey Long. I don't know what we're playing white. Focus on the SPA in Minnesota. Deploy the National Guard. Farmer Labor is gonna switch over to a 1936 Stanley Cup. Come on, Detroit. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna win. We're not gonna win, are we? It's gonna be. Yeah, Toronto wins. Dang it. Now we're going to deploy the National Guard, and hopefully after that we can get an election going. Because it's going to be awful boring if I just sit here and talk my head off until next year. More SPA members announcing congressional bids. Let's see if we're still leading. Yes, we are still leading. Special election. So let's go with John F. McKay, just so, and Charles Lindbergh. Because, the increasing radicalization got a role play. I do like how since they came back here, New Quebec and Labrador are still, no, I mean Labrador and Newfoundland are part of the Dominion of Canada. It makes the borders look nicer. Electoral gridlock in Great Britain, excuse me? Tom Man. Never seen him before. Looks like there's electoral gridlocks all over the world. Oh, Left Kuomintang. I hope they win. I like the Left Kuomintang. Especially this portrait they have for Wang Jingwei. But I don't think they're gonna really win now. There's Yunnan clique. Tibet. Tibet is Social Democrats, excuse me. Panama pressures Costa Rica. Let us intervene. Persia. Wait a minute. May Day riots. Let's say the SPA were at fault. Ooh, they're catching up to us. They're catching up to us in the polls. May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Okay. So, November, which is, again, it's gonna be a while until, what do you call it, the election happens. So, let's just observe world politics, I guess, while we deploy the National Guard. Ireland. Ireland. I love playing as Ireland. They're probably one of they're probably the best, I don't know, they're just a really good country to play as, and I like playing as them. Aggressive flock to the SPA. So, ooh, Socialist Party of America is picking up. Poland, what is Poland doing? They're doing Beacon of Polish Spirit. Oh, they're doing Emancipation. I hope they do the autonomy under the Germans, because it's probably one of my favorite paths for the United Baltic Duchy. Madras. I take it they're just the city of Madras. I probably pronounced that wrong. Bringing out the National Guard. Focused on restoring order in Iowa. And now we have it, everybody. Where is it? MacArthur's plan. So we're gonna have no popularity after we do MacArthur's plan, so... Ooh, this'll be a nice game. Oh no. So we're in May, so May, June, July. Oh, Big Bill Haywood. Good night, sweet prince. But yeah, I think the Socialist Party of America is gonna win the elections unless we get in another event where we can boost their popularity. The America First parties. They're doing Fate of the Senate. Southern Democrat voters aligned with the AFP. What devious con men. Ooh, yeah, we're tied up right now. No, we have one more point in paternal autocracy. So yes, we would technically win the election. So what is Russia doing? Yeah, they're still doing cooperative capitalism. Wow, look, Hungary is led by the specifically a suspiciously similar man to Karl the First. Or wait, it's not Karl the First. Is it Karl the First? Am I dumb? Yeah, it's Karl the First. Okay. Hopefully we get to play until we what do you call it? Until the second Weltkrieg happens. The Great Heat Wave of 36. This just isn't our year. Siam in German East Asia. German East Asia, are they gonna get Viet Conged? Like, you have no chance if you're playing as German East Asia and that happens. But you still gotta, but that's kind of your industrial heartland though, because that's the place where you have the most stuff. Where is the German East Asian capital? No, it's in Singapore. We're gonna do MacArthur's plan, and I think I'm just gonna leave it off there. And hopefully next episode we get we get the election, and hopefully we can get the Civil War kicking off. So yeah, we're gonna wait till the event happens, and then and 2, 1. MacArthur's plan. There's growing concern that America is. Oh crap! I'm auto-saving and it takes 3 hours. No, please, no. There's growing concern that America is descending into a possible civil war, and that despite all our efforts to maintain security, supporters of the AFP and SPA simply have too much influence in some part of the country. General Douglas MacArthur has unveiled the plan. As soon as I start talking, the tornado siren tests go off. But there's southern Texas. Both are high importance. New York for its industry and Texas for its oil. Are high risk to take over, lets them maintain control in New York City and Red Summer. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. And I don't care. Comment or subscribe if you want. Have a